Okay, hi everyone. So, as you can tell, like my shower cap has a lot of steam on it. I just got out from underneath the blow dryer. That took me a while. I was under there for a minute, probably about 40 minutes or so. So now I'm gonna show you what I do to just kind of set my hair. Like right now, my real hair is still well, this part isn't. My real hair is kind of still in a one big huge cornrow. So I'm just gonna leave that cornrow there, and I'm just gonna take some rollers I made out of cotton socks, and I'm gonna roll my weave with it. And I'm gonna tell you why I made my own rollers out of cotton socks. Usually when I put my leave-in conditioner mix in my hair and I put my oil in there, my weave becomes very oily, and I don't want to wash my weave because I don't want to risk me wetting the hair and wetting my real hair underneath it and making my oil come out of my hair, because I want the oil and the moisturizer to stay in my hair. So I take the cotton of the sock and I roll my weave with it, and then I just pin it up. And so the reason I use cotton socks is because I kind of go off of what people say about why you shouldn't sleep with a cotton pillowcase because it dries your hair out, and that's exactly what I want to do with this weave. I want to dry it out. I want to take all of the excess oils and stuff and dry it out of my weave. And so that's why I use these cotton socks in order to dry my weave out. So what I do is I take my weave and I brush it out just like I did. And here's a spray bottle. It's an old spray bottle of my Aussie, and it's actually just water. And so I just spray a little bit on there just to like kind of moisten the hair up. I don't want it to be like saturated wet because I do want the hair to curl. And so like I take the hair and I start at the bottom of the hair and I roll it up like this, like you would a regular roller. I'm gonna roll it up and roll it up, and I kind of want this hair to go to the side, so I'm pulling the roller down as I do it, so that it curls on a slant, because this is the hair that's gonna be in my face. And so in order to secure it, I take hairpins. You can get hairpins anywhere. I usually just get them at Walmart whenever I go like cleaning supply shopping, and they come like 100 in the pack. For some reason this isn't clicking like I wanted to. They usually come like 100 in the pack, and they'll come with like half of the pack thin, like this, and half of the pack thick, like this. So it's a nice little difference of the thickness, and I just take the thick ones. I really don't use the thin ones unless I'm using them to pin my real hair, because my real hair is not thin, but it's kind of fine. And the thick ones, if you put them in too tightly, then they kind of make your scalp sore. So I'll just do that around my whole entire head. I'll take the top portion, the top part of the hair, and I'll put it in its own little section, because I do 2 layers of the curls. I'll do like the front, and then I'll do the edges and the bottom, and then I'll do the top last, and then that way like I have like depth to my curls. So here's my next section that I take, and I fold all my curls up. You don't have to fold your curls up, you can fold them down, but that's just my personal preference because it makes them easier. It makes it easier for me to flip the hair around. So that's what I do. I go ahead and curl everything with these cotton curlers, and then that way it kind of helps, because a lot of the time like I can't really see the back of my head, so I get a lot of the oils and stuff onto my weave, and you don't want to have like an oil slick for a weave. You really don't. And then you have to go and wash the hair, and then like you run the risk of getting water in your real hair, and then that dries your real hair out, and that's just something that you don't want to happen. Well, that's something that I don't want to happen to my hair. But just to make things clear, like I do wash my hair while I put my weave in my hair. I do wash my hair, I do wash my scalp, because you have to keep your scalp healthy in order to get growth. So, I mean, it's October for me right now, and nowhere near the summertime. It's actually cold right now. I have on some thermal pajamas, bottoms, and so my skin, my scalp, everything is kind of drying out. So, you know, I don't wash my hair as often. So like in the wintertime, I might wash once every like 10 days or something like that, whereas in the summertime I like to wash it once every 3 days. And like if it's in the weave, if it's my natural hair, I have to wash it like once every week or so. Once a week is pretty much like my limit, because if I don't wash it after then my scalp gets like crazy itchy, and I don't like it at all. So here's my last section for the bottom of my hair. And if you see, like, these are just like, this is four curls. It's basically like 4 curls is what I put at the end of my hair. And I actually feel a few of my tracks slipping. So like tomorrow or so, I might actually just come back and just sew in a few tracks, because I have a track right here that slipped out that I'm not about to do right now, because I'm going to go to the beauty supply later and get some more thread. So that's basically what I do. Also, the reason why I chose to make my own rollers out of cotton is because it's also easier to sleep on. I have to get my 8 hours of sleep every night, and I don't have time to be trying to sleep around some rollers. I really don't. And I don't like the foam rollers because they take your hair out, and I don't like the plastic rollers because you really can't sleep in them. They're not comfortable, and I really don't like using too much heat on my weave, because as I stated before, like I reuse my weave, and I try to make my weave last as long as I possibly can, because I do spend money on my weaves. And so I try to make them last as long as possible, and I don't want my weave like getting damaged or getting ashy because I use so much heat on it. So like rolling, I'll use rolling a lot. And I'll also put my weave in Bantu buns. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's Bantu or Bantu buns. And I usually do that in the summertime only, because in the summer it's hot enough to like dry my hair through and through. And it actually helps me to go to sleep at nighttime, because my scalp is a little wet, and it helps cool me off. So yeah, I'll do Bantu buns in the summertime only, and that'll also give me a curl, because I hate using a lot of heat on my hair. Now usually when I just put my weave in my hair, I don't like to curl it. I only curl it like after it's been in there for like a week or so, because I don't like to have to straighten it back out. Because if you curl it and then you don't want to wear it curled one day, you want to wear it straight, you have to straighten it back out, and that's too much heat, you know what I mean? Trying to curl it and then trying to flat iron it back again, no. So I curl it after it gets older, if I get tired of it, or when I'm ready to take it down, you know. So that's pretty much the only time I really curl it anyway. So that's it. It's taking me that long to roll my hair up, and I'll go ahead and I'll take my scarf and I'll tie it up, and that's how I curl my hair. And if you notice, like, they're pretty big, maybe like an inch or two. Let me see, I have my ruler here. So the bigger ones are about 1.5 inches, and I roll them up loosely. So these are going to be some big curls, and it's mostly like for body, and also it's because I'm getting ready to take this weave out of my head. But like I mentioned before, it's Wednesday, and I'm going to have my hair up for another 8 days. So until then, it's just going to stay curly. So that's my video. That's the end of my tutorial, and I'll be back next week to show you my washing process, and to also start off my natural hair growth journey just for me, so that I can figure out how long my hair is growing and if I'm retaining length or not. So I'll see you next time.